Love to welcome everybody back to the Independent Investor. We're just shy of a month of trading on the Nasdaq for Aduro Clean Technologies. And again, congratulations for that uplisting. It was a monumental achievement in the company's history. Going back 2 years was my first stock buy in the company to the tune of 12,500 shares. My first video came out about the time that the Game Changer program was announced for Aduro Clean Technologies. That was on November 7th of 2022. Ironically, exact to the date 2 years later, sees Aduro uplisting to the Nasdaq. Further, ironically, marked my last share purchase in Aduro Clean Technology. The day of the IPO, I placed a limit order on shares in the company to the tune of 1,000 shares at $4. I wanted to see if that $4 stock price was reached, and it did. For a couple of seconds, and the order cleared, and I picked those shares up for $4. It did digress a couple of cents for a couple of seconds below that, but I'd be hard pressed to suggest if we ever see that those levels again. My share purchases are complete. Just to give you some color around my loyalty, and first to understand, the disclaimers are provided in the description below. Why am I so transparent with my shares and my purchase of Aduro Clean Technologies? Well, I'm breaking all of the traditional rules not to invest in penny stocks. Bears will make money, bulls will make money, and pigs will get slaughtered, right? Are some of the common themes out there. You can't invest in Aduro Clean Technologies or any penny stock for that matter long term. When you're up in a penny stock, you should take profits immediately. My friends, I understand that the position, as independent as it has been to accumulate, is also as independent as it can be in way of the application that I put over my shares in Aduro, spread out over the last 2 years with 55 specific injections to the stock at different costs. Those granular details I don't need to disclose. There has been a little bit of miscalculation on the shares through the reduction. I thought I had a few more shares than I actually did in one of my accounts, but the total share count I have adjusted in those disclaimers as well, sitting at 46,450 shares on the dot. And that is the share accumulation, and it is complete at this time, my friends. Going forward, as we leave 2024, I will share with you the press release that talks about the plans as we close out 2024, which has been a monumental year for Aduro Clean Technologies. I expect that the coming years, 2025 and beyond, are going to accelerate beyond our wildest dreams. That acceleration has not picked up yet as clients and dossiers on potential customers are being vetted as we speak through the customer engagement program. And I expect that to be fortified over the coming years as we have named our 2 collaborators for 2024 as promised, and have yet to announce our first partnership, which I think is going to be monumental and groundbreaking for the company when, in fact, that milestone is reached. But for you guys that tune into the Independent Investor channel, we have no plans to go anywhere in way of conveying good information in a timely manner through the channel as this story does, in fact, unfold. I would like to convey to you that those disclaimers I invite you to review. Because here's the thing. I expect that this project will be reviewed when it is time to scrutinize the project for all the wrong reasons. What I mean by that is my share accumulation of the last 2 years, in fact, is complete. I do, in fact, presume that over the next couple of years, Aduro Clean Technologies is going to go through a transformation, that of which the likes that we have hardly ever seen, in taking a company from a $40 million market cap to where it sits now, just shy of $200 million. I project to you that this is just the beginning. I absolutely do. Where it can go, 1 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion, I have no idea. I'm not a stock forecaster. I'm a fundamental investor that looks at core fundamentals in a pre-revenue setting, which introduces some of the risk, but also introduces a lot of the potential in a name like Aduro Clean Technologies. And there aren't very many of them. Opportunities like this are far and few between. They do not exist and come to the forefront, especially in the manner that Aduro has come to becoming available early on in the game to retail investors like myself, and also provide the level of clarity that they do around what upper management is thinking, always acknowledging the share owner and the share owner's best interest in mind when making decisions, like the latest decision on their contracting and partnership with Zeton, who will be completing the hydrochemolytic pilot plant for Aduro. We'll speak about that. We'll jump into the press release here shortly. But I really want to codify for you guys that my share accumulation over the last 2 years has seen me riding the waves up and both down on a daily basis, which is an activity that I think a lot of share owners fail to adopt in their even advanced applications. What I mean by that is this is an easy stock to get involved with, go up a little bit of profit and sell 3 months down the line. You could really convince me of how awesome you are by owning this stock for 6 months and taking even a larger chunk of profit off of the table. My friends, I've just conveyed to you that I've owned the stock every single day, every hour, every second for the last 24 months. I have no intention of selling, zero. I have every intention of monitoring the progress of the company. Why? Because I'm invested in the company, not the stock. Let me repeat. I am invested in the company and not the stock. My very investing in the company means that I do, in fact, buy my ownership share through stock. But let me make things very, very clear for you. I am investing in the prospects of this company, conveyed on a very, very frequent basis by upper management to give insights and color around the thoughts of how things can materialize over the next couple of years toward commercialization. Am I invested in the company today? Well, sure, of course. Right, Ryan? Tell me more. What excites me more, my friends, is the prospects of Aduro Clean Technologies tomorrow. And that is where I like to keep the focus. Yes, we review press releases that are exciting and provide color to a much grander project. And that is the prospects of what Aduro Clean Technologies brings to bear for tomorrow, into next year, into 2026, and all bets are off as far as the opportunity that Aduro sports with regard to knocking on the door to commercialization around that time. Projections in Q3 2025 to see this hydrochemolytic pilot plant come to fruition, to really understand what the modularity and scalability aspect of their business can truly mean for Aduro, which, if I can give you my insights, means that they can take their solution to the customer. Let me repeat. They can take their solution to their customer. Furthermore, if a customer is interested in engaging with Aduro on the onset, what's to suspect that 1 year, 2.5 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, that their relationship will grow to the extent that said customer comes back to Aduro and says, can we expand? We enjoy your technology so much, we would like to go from X number of tons per day to X number of tons per day. Can you help us, Aduro? Why, yes, we can. All we have to do is use the modular design that we've put in place here, and we thought about from the onset, and we thought about you, customer, from the beginning. We didn't just build the plant from a let's build it and see if they will come perspective. Field of dreams. Thank you very much. Credit goes to. If you build it, they will come. Build a huge plant using tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of dollars sunken into a plant. Expectations are such that the waste plastics will come to the plant and that those recyclables will be handled in a one-stop shop location. Does anybody else cringe at that business model? Aduro's business model is completely black and white. It is completely different from this approach. And they say time and time and time again that scalability and modularity is the key here. And that's the very reason as to why the adjustment from the next generation phase to the now pilot plant that they are looking to build by later next year is such to provide the level of validation in the quantities that are necessary to provide that validation and no more. I love investing in a company that takes into consideration the necessity to build what is necessary and not build an over-exuberant pilot plant for no reason whatsoever. And that latest color was provided by upper management on an interview that was kindly put through YouTube by Penny Queen. I will provide a link to that interview in the description below. But in that interview, which it could have been 5 hours long, it was about 45 minutes long. I've watched it 3 times. I was very, very disappointed in the traction that it got because I thought it was one of the most important interviews that Aduro has put forward to the public-facing audience out there. And it just goes to show the lack of awareness to this company. That, my friends, will change. But as I speak to you now, I can tell you that the traction that is being made on the Nasdaq capital markets has still provided you an opportunity to get in on the ground floor, right, where I have owned the stock for 2 years at a pre-stock basis of $1.79. My friends, I can't buy a small bag of chips for $1.79. You have the opportunity to buy this company now, having known nothing about it, having known nothing about the opportunity, having known nothing about what I have known for the last 2 years, to get this opportunity at a pre-stock basis of $1.79. Because those of you who come to me and say, Ryan, you're closing down your position. Yes, I have. My stock position is built in a capacity that makes sense for me and my portfolio. What does that mean for would-be investors out there that are looking at this opportunity? Right now, Aduro trades on the Nasdaq at around $5.80 US. $5.80 US, which puts it at a pre-stock basis at around $1.80. My friends, the opportunity is still there. And where I speak about with regard to Aduro today, and the Aduro that is forthcoming in potentially years to come or sooner is presented right now on a silver platter, even with the notoriety that has been made through the uplisting to NASDAQ. Let's kick in, my friends, and take a look at the latest press release on the partnership with Zeton. Here's the latest press release from Aduro Clean Technology, engages global leader Zeton for design and fabrication of hydrochemolytic pilot plant. As usual, I will provide a link directly to this. There is a theme on the Independent Investor channel providing you a conduit to information that could be extremely valuable into the future and provide you insights on what Aduro Clean Technologies is doing at present as they move toward advancing their commercialization plans. This is a big step toward that. A little bit of a timeline here. We expect that the plans should be completed by the end of 2024, which is just shy of a month away. And so we eagerly await that, looking at Q3 as a potential target for the hydrochemolytic pilot plant to be complete. I say that tongue in cheek. This is no small feat here, guys. But just to throw that out there and earmark what Aduro is forecasting in 2025 to actually have a pre-commercial, a pilot plant that is capable of processing 10 kilograms an hour, which was clarified on the latest interview completed by Penny Queen with the entire upper management staff. And they were able to shed some color on the opportunity here to suitably size this pilot plant to make it both modular and scalable. Scalability is used a couple of times in this press release, and I think it is imperative for your understanding in your due diligence in understanding that Aduro Clean Technologies does not do things just for the sheer sake of doing it. And the scalability and the modularity piece is key in understanding that they are looking to take this solution to the customer. Because in the end, my friends, that is all that matters in bringing this solution to industry. And as you read through this, you are going to glean some key highlights in understanding that that, in fact, is what industry is demanding of advanced chemical technologies like hydrochemolytic. They are not looking for a one-stop shop. They are not looking for a company that has one solution and one solution only. They are looking for a company that can provide a solution, both small and large, and that can deal with different varying degrees of feedstock or waste that is going to be presented to the hydrochemolytic process. And to be able to scale that and to be able to work with Zeton on a modular design really provides the followers of the Aduro story to understand where the mindset of the management is in moving to commercialization, yes, but smartly doing so. I think this is right in line with what I have observed in going on over 2 years of covering Aduro and where their loyalty lies. And I think as a share owner, this is extremely important, very underappreciated, and very under discussed on social media in understanding that Aduro does not make decisions without putting the share owner first. And that is one piece of information that you can appreciate if you've just followed the story as long as I have, or you're just now making your way into the story. It's a real positive attribute of the company that exists under the hood, and I provide you that color based on my due diligence of the company. I think where other companies are if you build it, they will come, field of dreams type of mentality, like Pure Cycle has built and sunk, multi-millions of dollars into building a facility with hopes that that facility will run at capacity and run in a way that can process the waste feedstock that is brought to the facility. Aduro is a completely different approach in taking the solution direct to the customer. And I think that really does get overshadowed, and it really does require us to continue to highlight that unique approach that Aduro has in partnering with Zeton to produce the hydrochemolytic pilot plant, which will be placed in London, Ontario. It will be used in their collaboration relationships, as mentioned here in the press release. I will not read this to you. It is incumbent upon you to click over, use the link provided in the description, as well as the comment section. I will provide a link to this, as I always do, to try to put that information as available in front of your face as I possibly can. That is indeed my job. My job is not to get you excited about reading things that you are not interested in. If you are not interested in making money, this is not for you. If you are not interested in emerging markets like what Aduro Clean Technologies is bringing to the grander plastic recycling problem, then this is not for you. Further, if you're not interested in the global crisis that is, in fact, the plastic pollution problem, then this also is not for you. But those interested in getting in on the ground floor, this is one small piece of information that can be really put to your due diligence basket in understanding where they are now and forecasting where they could potentially be in the future with bringing this pre-commercial or pilot plant to light here. A few highlights here with the 10 kilograms per hour that I did mention to you guys. I mentioned a key objective for 2024 has been the completion of the pilot plant design. So we eagerly await that, which remains on schedule. Fabrication, delivery, installation, and commissioning are targeted for Q3 of 2025. Concurrently, site preparation, staff training, and materials sourcing are progressing to ensure alignment with the project timeline. As disclosed by Ofer Vicus, the CEO of Aduro, that they are coexisting with their plans for a full commercial plant as well. So don't think for a second that this pilot plant is going to be one of those things that needs to be 100% finished, and then they're starting from ground zero on the commercialization of their process. That is not the intent here. The intent is to get this pilot up and running, to demonstrate its scalability and its modularity and showcase the hydrochemolytic process for the customers that they are in current collaboration with, as well as the expected increase in making new collaborators and bringing them into the fold of the customer engagement program that they currently are introducing to greater industries. So the press releases here, I really encourage you to read this. This will give you some insights and give you the links over to Zeton, a little more information. You can kick over to their website, see what they bring to the table. But I think this is a key stage in understanding the plans going forward as we end 2024 and enter into 2025. So we've come out of the press release with Zeton. I hope you appreciate this color. We will continue to provide information as it comes across our desk. 2024 has been a banner year for Aduro Clean Technologies. That's the summary. 2025 looks even more exciting. It looks like that bridge year from all of what has gone into the batch scale, the third-party validation, the work at Brightlands, Camelot, all of that work that has led to this, the partnership with Zeton, what that's going to mean in bringing the solution in a material way to the customers that Aduro is looking to serve. And on a grander sense, ask yourself, does Aduro have the opportunity to fight plastic pollution? Absolutely. And they are fighting every single day today to bring the Aduro Clean Technologies of tomorrow to bear. And so as a share owner, we will patiently await the progress. We will report out on the progress, and we are excited for times to come. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this investor update on Aduro Clean Technologies. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. Your future investor self will thank you for it. This information could be invaluable to providing opportunity that, in my opinion, is still flying under the radar with less than 100,000 shares trading actively on Nasdaq as we speak. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video, and good luck in your investment future.